Hello, my name is Jessica Johnson, and I am a member of Team 4 along with Nick Lamb and Amanda Audette. Our project is called the Pet Trainer. Starting off with a small introduction, the main purpose of this project was to find an opportunity that seems promising and then to further develop a solution for said opportunity. Our chosen opportunity is Virginia Tech students who own pets and wish to train said pets. In order to develop this product further, we went through many different stages, and I will be highlighting the more important ones of those throughout this presentation. With our product, we decided that we wanted something that would dispense treats and to gain pets' attentions. One of the first things we did is we created a general customer profile. This consists of what our ideal customer would be. In this situation, it is a 20-year-old male student at Virginia Tech who owns a 5-month-old kitten, and this allows us to figure out what exactly our customers would want and what modules we would need to include on our device. Next, we developed a user case where a customer is to use our product and how they would use it in each situation. This situation is training a dog. For instance, the customer, if it wants to train the dog to sit, they'll teach the command slowly, get the dog used to our device, and then slowly progress through giving it treats along the way and using the clicker to keep the pet's attention. Once we had our profile and user case, we were able to figure out the smaller sub-fragments of our product. And we created a whole list of, from the treat dispenser being either a opening of a door, a push wheel spring launched, or a launcher with air compression, to the noiser being a cricket clicker button, or a clicker lever, or even a speaker that would be battery powered. This allowed us to finally make 6 possible solutions, and from these solutions, we did narrow it down to 3, and then we narrowed it down to 1. Each of these are unique in their own way, and our final chosen solution was this one right here, where we used a dial wheel, spring-loaded door, user input, wheel push, and a cricket clicker from all of our sub-functions. Once Team 4 had collected their chosen solution, we conducted a patent search where we compared it with products that are already on the market, from ones that solve the same solution to ones that do different things but have similar designs. This patent that we looked into is a small device that allows for the user to dispense a treat, or not a treat, a pill into the back of an animal's throat to ensure that the animal will take said pill. This doesn't really interfere with our design in any way, but it does let us think about making our design spring-loaded or giving us a way to launch our treat instead of it just falling out from the dial wheel. Once we knew that our design was good and we can continue on without any complications in terms of credibility or copyright or anything, we developed our FEMA. This was our possible failures of every single part and how they could have failed and how we could fix them. They could be as simple as our middle gear becoming misaligned, therefore rendering the entire treat dispensing system useless. These were each thought out, each one of us thought of one way it could have failed, and we thought of the solutions to these and everything. We did decide, though, that from our design to our prototype that we would not change anything, as our model was what we believed the best we could have at the moment. Now this leads into our bill of materials. Since we were going with our design from the concept selection, we created this bill of materials, but this is based on really high numbers with large costs and be realistic for a company developing a prototype where said company is able to spend hundreds of dollars as we cannot as college students. Our prototype will be made out of 3D material and will be 3D printed, and every factor except for the cricket clicker will be that way. This is our CAD model that we have for the final product. There are 8 individual parts, as the clicker and the screws were both 3D modeled, but they were not actually used as 3D models for our final prototype. As you can see, we have our button wheel, which is the main controller for the whole entire treat dispenser section. Then we also have back here a spring-loaded door that will open inwards instead of outwards to ensure pet safety and such. Finally, we have our final prototype. As you can see, our Cricut clicker is actually a separate entity that we bought on our own, and we attached it to our design instead of developing our own, as it would have been too expensive and none of the team members have knowledge of how to make one ourselves. And as we did have complication trying to find screws to hold this together, we are resorting to tape at the moment, but this gives us a general idea of what a product would look like when screws are in place inside the edges. We did run into one major problem, being that the internal gears were unable to print due to their small size and the 3D printers of the school not being capable enough to print said small sizes. There are many ways that this could have been improved upon and can further be improved upon. And some of those improvements do consider the size of the gears on the inside, the size of the overall shape. Right now, it fits comfortably into my hand. I am a average sized woman and I can hold the device very easily. Whereas somebody who might be much smaller than me will have difficulty reaching around the hipping, or somebody larger would think it's too small. There's also design choices from the cast. We would either cast instead of 3D printing so that there is a nicer finish on the outside, smoother, and allows for less problems to arise later. Then also, we would create more modules than what we have now. As now we have the treat dispenser and the Cricut clicker, we could later add a laser pointer or such. We would also develop our own clicker instead of buying a clicker every single time, as the Cricut clicker that we did have was not our own, as I said. And this is what we decided was our best product at the time. This was the Pet Trainer, and thank you for listening to this presentation, and have a lovely night.